Welcome to Behind the Word, a show that helps you recognize the power, codes, and frequencies behind your words. I am your host, alchemist, and teacher, Kelly Castle. I'm launching this show because we are at a point in human history where I believe we need as many people as possible to fully express their unique, beautiful, quirky, smart, loving, caring, imaginative selves, to fully embody divinity. That means learning how to manifest. That means doing self-work, self-healing. That means studying and practicing the lessons passed down to us from Pythagoras, Plato, Socrates, Jesus, the Indian gurus and Egyptians, and many more. Right now is a make or break moment for humanity. Sink or swim, zero-sum game. It is time for us as a collective consciousness to step up our game. It is time for us to realize the incredible divine beings that we truly are. I'm going to help in this journey realizing your divinity by teaching you what you are actually putting out into the universe every time you think, speak, or write a word. There are codes and frequencies embedded in words. These codes embody energies like love, curiosity, freedom, wisdom, joy, expression, success. But they can also embody the opposite, the polarized, dualistic nature of those words: hatred, anger, grief, sadness. So it is extremely important to be aware and conscious of how you are using and directing these words out in the world. I have found from my own experience that when I use words consciously, meaning with awareness, I can focus my energy with laser-like precision towards the thing I am manifesting or amplifying, and it happens faster. So this is my offering to you. Now, before we jump into today's words and meditations, just a few quick reminders. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel so that you get notified every time a video goes out. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and that helps me spread the word faster. At the end, if you've learned something, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you either on YouTube or Instagram. And if you would like to know more about the essence, the blueprint that you came to this earth with, we can look at that in the same way we're going to do with these words on this show, with your name and your astrology chart. And when I started learning astrology and digging into my name and my birth chart, that was a game changer for me. I learned so much about myself. I was able to answer so many questions about myself. So now I do it for other people, and that's why I'm here. So this week is a huge week for a number of reasons. I'm sitting here doing this on Tuesday, December 21st. Happy winter solstice to anyone watching this in the next couple of weeks. We are officially in a new season, and there are a lot of huge energies going on in the stars right now. So just don't be surprised if a lot of really, really crazy things happen in the next few months. Really, honestly, I'm sorry to say it's going to be the next couple of months, but we had this full moon in Gemini that just happened. We've got Venus retrograding over Pluto. We have never seen this in recorded history where it passed Pluto, it's going to retrograde and go back, and then it's going to go back again. And so just hold on. Just hold on with what you can right now. We've got this winter solstice happening now. And The Matrix is coming out this week in the middle of it. So that's why I'm doing the words this week based on this movie series because it is so reflective of what is happening in the world at the moment. And that is why today's word is illusion. What is an illusion? We're going to explore that. Let's drop in with a little meditation first. Let's do that before we drop in with illusion. So I'm going to use something we're going to talk about here in just a minute. If you just think of what illusion is, deception, fog, something that you can't quite see, or you're seeing it in a way that you don't know if it's real or not. And that's what happens in the Matrix, right? When Neo first starts having these experiences, he starts seeing glitches in his reality. He's like, whoa, what's going on? And then he's able to dodge bullets. And he's like, is this real? Is this an illusion? What's going on? So I want everyone to take a big, deep breath together, regardless of what you're doing. Big inhale. And exhale out the mouth. Now, if it is safe for you to do so, I'd like you to go ahead and close your eyes. If you're driving, keep focusing on what you're doing, but breathe with us and sit up a little bit taller. So, those of you that can close your eyes. And I want you to look straight into your eyes, into the darkness. Take another big breath in and out through the mouth. Now, I'd like you to look around in your eyes. What do you see right now in this dark landscape? What world are you sitting in? Whatever world you're sitting in, all of a sudden, a very dense fog comes through. It comes through and it blocks your view. Whatever you were just seeing in front of you, you can barely make out ahead of you. You're holding a lantern and you see the beam of light going through the fog, and you can see the fog dancing in the beam. But you can't see more than 3 feet in front of you. What is in front of me? Now, I'd like you to get really still. Be still with your breath. Be still with your body. Pretend like you are sitting down in your vision. You've put the lantern on the floor next to you, and you're sitting very still with your eyes closed. And now you are asking, what is in front of me? Ask, what is in front of me? Take a moment, look around. Has the fog cleared yet? Be still. Be very still. I'd like you to wait until the fog clears. Keep asking, what is in front of me? Until that fog clears, and you're either sitting in a bright and sunny day, or you're sitting in a dark night full of bright stars. You're either basking in the sun, or you're gazing up at the heavens of stars, and you're wondering, wow, I wonder what's out there. Now, when you're ready, pull yourself back into your body. Take a big breath. Exhale with a nice sigh, and open your eyes when you're ready. Are you glowing a bit brighter? What did you see? So if you noticed, like I posted on Instagram earlier today, I posted a video of me holding my phone, looking at the screen, which is technically, it's the iPhone through the camera, through the computer, back to the iPhone. Multiple layers, kind of like the movie Interstellar, where by the end you realize you're a dream within a dream within a dream. What is real? What is an illusion? I could be sitting in front of a green screen like right now, and it could look like I'm on the other side of the world. It could look like I'm in Egypt. What's real? What's an illusion? I think with our technology these days, it's becoming even harder to know what an illusion is. By the way, the intro song that I was playing for you was a track from The Matrix Resurrections soundtrack entitled My Dream Ended Here. So what did you see in that meditation that finally cleared the fog? I was sitting in a dark night, starry night sky in Joshua Tree, looking up at the stars all twinkling. And I'd like to read you, this is one of my favorite authors, Mark Nepo. I absolutely love his writing and his voice. I actually came to him through another book last year when my dad passed away. Someone had gifted me a book about grieving, and he had written the foreword to it. He's famous for a book that's sitting, let's see, what's it called? He's famous for a book that's sitting back on my bookshelf called The Book of Awakening, and he's written several others. And I love this book, 7,000 Ways to Listen. And they're all of these just short little stories and thoughts accompanied by a meditation. And last night, I kind of just pull these out every once in a while and read them. And last night I was reading a story called Approaching the Dark Acre, Encountering Illusion. So I'm going to read a little bit for you. And I'd just like you to listen. I'm not going to put this on the screen because I want you to use your ears. Everyone has a dark acre between their days and the source. Not dark as in evil or forbidding, but dark in the way that the canopy of a forest filters out light. Crossing this acre is knowing who you are. Some call that crossing introspection or facing oneself. Most of us are forced to cross that dark acre because of some loss or hardship. Others cross that inner forest by following their creativity. Writers write their way across, singers sing their way across, and painters paint their way across. But this journey is not reserved for artists. It is everyone's journey, and regardless of how, crossing that dark acre is the only way to find a home that lasts. Another way to speak of this crossing is what the Hindus call parting the veil of illusion. In Hinduism, Maya is the goddess of illusion. The word Maya means illusion. It is believed that anything added to reality, to the truth of things as they are, is illusion. This veiling power of illusion creates the differences known as me and mine. Maya, the power of illusion, creates the ignorance of the individual self that thinks it is separate from the rest of life. The unity of life fragments into self-centered thinking by the layering of illusion. We can look at the world through the veils of illusion, with all its possessiveness and isolation, as the prevailing story of conflict across time. And we can look at the interrelated unity of all life that waits beneath our illusions as the perennial transforming story of spirit and love. So he goes on, what do we do when we encounter illusion? Every spiritual path has tried to address this question. No one has solved it, but that doesn't mean the human experiment has failed. Encountering illusion is part of the human journey, part of our spiritual geography, and what we do with illusion is instrumental in whether we are transformed in our time on earth. If we think of illusion as a persistent fog, what do we do when we encounter fog? The first thing is to stand still until we can get our bearings. We try then to discern if the fog is temporary or something we have to live with. If permanent, do we live with it or live somewhere else? If we must start over, what is the pilgrimage that will help us leave the fog? And if the fog is localized, how do we outweight it? But what if the fog is a cloud in our eye or mind or heart? What if we carry the fog with us? Through the practices that speak to these questions go by many names. Standing still until we can see is at the heart of all meditation and prayer. And discerning what we have to live with is at the heart of accepting things as they are. Based on the truth of things, we enter the practice of discerning right action. Do we live with what is before us, try to change it, or live somewhere else? He also says here, the pilgrimage of living with things as they are, changing what is or starting over, is at the heart of humility and a beginner's mind. When the fog of illusion is localized, the practice of serenity outweights the clouds, while the practice of love and compassion burns off the fog. But when the fog is a cloud in our eye or mind or heart, then we must remake how we see, how we think, and how we feel. We must be born anew through a process of self-transformation. This has never been something that can be taught. We can only believe in an unclouded life and keep each other company along the foggy way. So that is where I got our little brief meditation. In your meditation, what was it that finally broke the fog? And where was that fog? Did you have an awareness? Was it in your body? Was it outside of you? Was something or someone standing in your way? And if you're interested, I'll certainly read passages from this book at some point, Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind. This is how I approach this work, is through this lens, with a beginner's mind, essentially saying that I know nothing. I'm going to see what pops out of this work, and I highly recommend this book. Okay, let's jump in and see what is illusion. Let's do this split screen here. There it is. I'm so excited. Okay, what is illusion? Illusion, the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Something that looks or seems different from what is. Something that is false or not real, but that seems to be true or real. An incorrect idea, an idea that is based on something that is not true. So perhaps we'll see the number 5. Intellect, ideas coming up. A perception of something objectively existing in such a way as to cause misinterpretation of its actual nature. A pattern capable of reversible perspective. The state of being deceived. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see 5 come up. Let's see where this word comes from. The word illusion is an interesting word to study. Its origins are known to be traced back through Old French illusion to the Latin illusionem and illusio, which means a mocking, jesting irony. It could also mean to mock at or to play with. Aha, another 5 word that comes up. Play. 3, also creative. Over time, this somehow becomes associated with deception, as if someone were playing with reality, bending the rules, or even mocking the very fabric of the universe. In a very real sense, then, storytellers are a form of illusionists. He goes on to talk about storytelling. And let's see. It's kind of interesting to see here where it comes from. We also see here it comes from the Latin word ingratus, thankless, ungrateful, unpleasant. So not feeling too good. The story of the devil who disguises himself and takes something from someone. Stravinsky's The Soldier's Tale is what comes to mind for me with that. Ludere, ingratus, eludo, eluso. So thankless, abuse, I mock, I ridicule. That's like playing with in the negative sense, right? And then we end up here, a magician's trick. Anything that seems to be something that it is not. Let's see, anything else that pops up here from what do we expect to see from this word? Mockery. We have delusion, deceit, deception, that DE, going away from. Let's see. Ludicrous, pertaining to play or sport. Okay, so some interesting words popping up that we're going to have to see how they pop up when we do the actual word. Let's jump into it. Okay. Let me grab a template here. And let's see what pops up in illusion. Okay. Illusion. Yeah? ILLU. Yes. It's funny, even to this day, numbers are so much more my thing than words or letters. I think that this is like the universe's joke of, haha, you thought that you weren't going to work with words? Well, here you go. You're going to view them through numbers. And that's how we're going to get you to relate to words. I just think that that's funny. Okay, let's go here. So let's do our roots and our fulls. We've got, move this back a little bit. It's down. It's winter solstice day. It's a little chilly outside. Okay, we've got 9, 3, yeah. Also 3. Lots of 3s. Okay, lots of playful energy. Perhaps that's where that trickster energy comes up. 1, 9, 6, and 5. Okay, let's do the fulls. We've got 9, 12, 21. S is 19, 9, 15, and 14. Okay, let's do the full first. So we're going to pull out the 10s first, and then we will do the single digits. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Then we will add the single digits. We got a lot of 9s, so I'm going to add those up first. 9, 18, 27, 36, 40, 41. Ooh, interesting. 111. Not 11, but still a powerful number. Okay, let's add up the roots. So we've got 10 plus 11 is 21. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 30, 39. 12, 3. Okay, so we've got a lot of playful, creative energy happening. Illusions, they want you to seem simple. 1, 2, 3 are the basics. So they appear as is. It wants you to see things for how it created it. We've got this 3 And this 9 here, so we've got emotions happening, universal things happening. And at its root, we got 3. We'll go and look at the 3912 in a minute. Let's look at the vowels, the consonants and the vowels. What does this word want? Let's let these things go. Okay, vowels. It even starts out with a vowel. I don't think we've had on this show yet. Maybe we have. But I'm not sure that we have had a word that starts with a vowel. So that's interesting. 9, 6. We've got the 3, the 1, and the 5. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, interesting. It's balanced. Let's actually go ahead and do here. Illusion. So we've got 9, 3, 3, 3. Yeah. 1, 9, 6, and 5. So number of letters, 8. Someone who's smart. 8s are the bosses. They're successful. They're start. No 7s popping up yet. Let's see. Okay, outwardly, what does it want to be? 3, 6, 11, 12. Okay. It wants to be playful and creative on the outside. And it doesn't want you to know what it's getting away with because it wants to appear simple. That 1, 2, 3. Basic. Easy as ABC. Let's see what the urge, the soul's urge. 9, 18, 27. Okay, powerful number. Powerful number that is calling on, I would say with this number, this is calling on other dimensions of reality because 9 is a universal number. It's learned the lessons of all the other numbers. So it's almost like the soul of this word knows how to deceit, to play a trick on the other numbers. Because it already knows how all those other numbers operate. It's like the master chess player here. And it's quiet about it. 2 comes first. It's quiet. It's shy. It's not going to tell you or reveal its secrets. And here, okay, here's where that 7 pops up. It's very sneaky. There are no other 7s. There's 1 7, but this 1 7 that exists is super potent. Because what do we call 7? We call it the wise old man. We're going to say in this case, the wise, quiet man. Does not reveal, with that 2 ahead of it, does not reveal its secrets. But it knows everyone's secrets. With this 9 here, it knows everyone's secrets. It knows their buttons. It knows how they work. So it knows that if it appears to be really basic and simple, even though it's a 9 and it holds the wisdom of the 7, if it starts like it's, oh, I don't really know anything. I just was born. The 1, 2, 3. I am just starting to figure out life. If it appears like this, it can get away with whatever it wants. Let's look and see what this 39, 12, 3 represents. Let's see, let's go to 3. 39, 12, 3. Apologize, we're doing this because of the holiday week. I'm doing a lot of things with family this week, winter solstice. The scheduling is a little bit different. So we are doing this later in the day as it's getting dark. The 39 is loving and caring. It desires to give loving service and help make the world a better place. Now, what do you remember about deceit, mockery, scorning, deception, to play with? These are the opposites of this loving and caring, right? That's where we see the opposite energy. When we look at like more negative words, bad words, you take what you see and you look at the reflection of it. It is easygoing. The 9 represents humanity and its emotions, feelings, love of life, expressing itself in the 3, which is happiness and joy, using one's talents to express life at its fullest. So this is definitely, an illusion is an expression, right? It's an act, oftentimes portrayed on stage nowadays, right? There's illusionists, magicians. Nine is the number of the dramatist. Magician. Positive 39s, friends, gentleness, humanity, refine, romantic wedding, writer. Negative 39s, critical, disgrace, malicious. Then there are the negative 39 words describing actions that do harm, corrupt, foolish, slaughter. How is someone going to feel if someone did an illusion in front of them? They're going to feel foolish, right? If someone was caught in an illusion, they're absolutely going to feel foolish. Let's see here. And I'll just show you 3 at its core. 3, man is a threefold creature, having spirit, body, and a mind. Illusionists know how to use these 3, right? Mind, body, spirit. And we've already talked about these words in this trinity on this show. Mind, body, spirit. A master illusionist has a grand understanding of this, and that's that 9 appearing. Pythagoras called 3 the one in the many, meaning a limited expression of both 1 and 2, a number of talents, because 3 is the creative principle and the entertainer. The 3 is an 8 with the left side open, so 8 makes its own boundaries, while 3 is open to scatter its energies. Both are money makers, but 8 strives to keep money growing. Ah, okay. Master illusionist, if they're doing that for money. Or what we're seeing on Earth right now and in the media, there is a grand illusion show going on television right now and on Earth about what's going on. And what are they doing it for? Money. Greed. They're using illusion to pull money and power to themselves. Power. So even though we don't see 8 anywhere here, we don't see 8 anywhere in here, someone who is pulling an illusion has a reason for it. And that reason is here. They are smart. They want money. They want to pull power. That is the underlying core of what is going on in this word. The 3 doesn't want to think about organization, but do as it pleases. It wants fun, not work. And that's what illusions are often about too, right? Okay, let's see. Anything else? We see the 7 that appears. I mean, at its core, this word is essentially 3s. We've got that 9, and we've got the underlying, the 7, the wisdom is caked into this word. The illusionist hides all of its knowledge behind its playful spirit. We saw that word come up when we were looking up in the definition. And we know the reason. Remember, this represents the habits. Let's do it over here. The habits of this word. Yeah, it's just so funny. The habits of this word and why. Why be an illusionist? So, I think that we've covered that one for today. I don't think that we need to say anything else about it. And I hope that you can look out in the world right now and use discernment. We will have to talk about that word at some point here soon. Use discernment to look at truth. We're going to talk about that one too. Discernment, truth. To make a choice. We're going to be talking about that word this week later on. About what kind of matrix you're in. What is real? What is false or fake? What's an illusion? And how do you get yourself through that? We will continue to explore these words. Thank you for joining me today. I am so grateful that I get to do this and present these words to you, these codes and frequencies that if you learn to live by, you learn how to use these codes with awareness consciously in a very specific way and put them out into the world, you can learn how to manifest what you want faster. I know, because I'm using this stuff too. And it's amazing, the stuff that is showing up in my life now. So thank you for tuning in. If you got something from this show and you'd like to support the show, you can leave a donation at the bottom below. Subscribe, leave a comment. I'd love to know what you learn, what you want to see, what you want to see more of, perhaps a word. Share with friends. And of course, if you want to know more about your own name numerology and the blueprint that you came here on Earth with, that's your astrology chart, then we can do a session, and those are at the Calendly link below. So thank you so much for joining me. I will see you the next time, and pretty soon here we will talk about the word matrix. I'm so excited. Have a good one. See you soon.